that's fine. Oh god, no. No, it's not fine. Shit.
No, it's
Do me a favor, open up the stream real quick and see how the quality looks to you.
okay.
'Cause I'm pretty sure the
It says
quality's
starting soon.
I'm currently streaming at... Oh, hold on. It's getting better. Okay, I think it's stabilized.
Fantastic.
So, welcome everybody. I'll go ahead and post the live notification now. I'm also using this as an excuse just to keep an eye on it and make sure it's behaving, but it looks like it's fine. So, and I really need to figure out a alternate solution to what I've been doing so far, which is just ignoring that occasionally the quality just shits itself and hope it goes away. But I am Doof, as always, joined by my good friend and compatriot True Blue here.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? EU, I just have to say, it's not only your fault now. We're starting to get an elf problem.
Yep. So I hear. In terms of that elf problem, for the game this week, I thought it would be nice to take a look at an elf off to, I guess, mix it up a little bit from last week's Bash Fest. So we were going to take a look at, it's Cap versus, who was...
Absent-minded.
Absent-minded, that's right. So it's Nuffles Unfavored versus Blitzy Ricks. I'm going to go ahead and boot up the game now. I'm leaving the splash page up so I don't spoil the result this week.
Oh, fantastic.
Let me know once you get right into the first setup screen here.
Sounds good. Ooh, rain.
Yeah. Elves don't care as much as everybody else, but they still care a little bit.
They just are just like everybody else when handling the ball in the rain, so...
It's true. Alright, now that we're in game here, go ahead and drop you down. Hello, everybody.
Alright, I am in the first set up your team.
Awesome. Shall we go? 3, 2, 1, unpause. As we're going to see, it looks like Blitzy Ricks won the toss. Or no, the Wood Elves won the toss, but they chose to kick, as Elves often do, preferring to play their defense with a full complement of players.
Yeah, that's something that you see a lot of teams do, and it actually works against them in some matchups, but that's besides the point in an elf off.
Yeah, in an elf off, both teams do have one Mighty Blow player, so that will potentially cause this to be a slightly bloodier elf off than normal, but in an elf off you almost expect just a complete score fest.
Yeah. I'm just looking at Mr. Ballhog, and I'm just so sad that he leveled and got Mighty Blow.
Ooh, yeah. Mr. Ballhog and Mrs. Ballhog are both pretty scary pieces.
And Mrs. Ballhog, even though she hasn't gotten anything crazy, it's the War Dancer with Strip Ball and Sidestep.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where it doesn't matter what they have. War Dancers are always going to be really scary pieces.
Yep. You could give them the worst skills possible, and they're still scary pieces because they start off with Blodge and Lead.
Yep. You see the kickoff? It's going to be a high kick, but it was already directly aimed at that guy, so he didn't care.
Well, it's a good day when it's directly aimed at the guy that you want to be your ball carrier.
Yep. I don't think Cap was too upset about that. His first Mighty Blow does not fire, though.
Man, ooh, he's just getting a lot of people near that tree. If he gets too many people near it, it's going to be a bad day.
Yep. He's committing the cardinal sin, which is going for the tree against Wood Elves.
Oh, man.
So
I've made that mistake many times.
Yep. It looks like he does have enough players left to cage up, which is definitely something, but oftentimes this can just end with your entire team stuck on a tree while the Wood Elves run all over you.
Yeah. I'd actually, if you're going to commit to going after the tree, I wouldn't mind seeing a foul. Oh, here we go.
Yep, straight away, fouls it, but snakes the foul.
And that's why you don't go after a tree, boys and girls.
Yep, and then the tree stands right back up. Quick as you like. As we do see Wood Elves starting to kind of screen off the Dark Elves. So I will admit, I am not an elf coach, so I cannot pretend to know exactly how elves play, but I do know that as dark elves, you're actually not particularly fast, and getting cordoned off like this is usually bad.
Yeah. One thing that my mentor, Cockengrad, said leading up to the playoffs when I was going up against an elf coach is you want to stay towards the middle of the field because that's where you'll have the most mobility in fighting off an elf screen.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep, so KO.
You just sent someone over there for 1D. I like it.
It worked, but I think he definitely thought that he had a 2-die there, I think.
Yeah.
Which happens to the best of us. So
And the hard thing about going up against Wood Elves as Dark Elves is just the mobility.
Yeah.
The Woodies can just overextend again and again.
Oh. We do see a failed dodge. Oh no, another snake. So, poor Cap. Just not having much luck in the early stages here. And he does burn a reroll on that one, but here we do see the problem of just the Wood Elves can pivot across the field much faster than the Dark Elves can. So,
Oh, that guard piece with block is about to get hurt a lot.
yeah, I bet that tree is about to say hi.
Yeah.
I would put, okay, good. I was going to say, I would put another assist there just to make it a 3-die. Just to make sure.
He definitely thought twice about that one, though.
Yeah. This is good. I like that Absinthe-Minded is keeping his players away from the sideline just to avoid the Wood Elf surf potential. Oh, as guard piece is fine, but not in a great spot, thanks to grab.
I also like the positioning of where he put the guard piece.
Yeah,
Just because if he stands him up and doesn't go anywhere, it's a free Mighty Blow hit.
exactly. As ooh, AV7 is a bit of a thing. That's the second KO in 3 turns.
No, the first one was because Mighty Blow. Is this one as well?
Yep. Well, it was, yeah, actually it was. AV7, he rolled a 7, so Mighty Blow tipped it over the edge.
So Mighty Blow is definitely a thing.
Yep. And he takes the advantage. Oh my. He takes the advantage to take some field position here. that KO left a tiny hole in the Wood Elf defenses.
Okay. Oh, and that's just Elf doing Elf things.
Yep. Tree does take root.
So I just learned this the other day. Apparently, back in when Blood Bowl first started, catchers apparently were right stuff, and you could throw them with a tree.
Did Squiggy tell you that? Squiggy is a fan of like telling people that, and it sounds so stupid, but so much fun. Like, kind of wish I played Blood Bowl back in the day now.
Yeah, I just also remember hearing about Dirty Player when you add 3 to both the armor and injury rolls.
Yeah,
Ah,
that's just ludicrous.
so right now it's a pretty easy hole. You hit the loner.
Yep. He does just that. He's sort of zigzagging his way up the pitch here, making sure he keeps a strong cage. At some point, it does feel like the Wood Elves are going to feel compelled to try and cage dive here. Or at the very least, blitz a corner of the cage off and throw some players against the ball carrier.
I'd like to see them try to get the War Dancer in there.
Yeah.
Probably the Sidestepper. You blitz the cage corner with guard, have the Sidestepper just on the ball, have it be more annoying.
Yeah.
Hopefully dictate a blitz.
And in fact, there it is. The leap is good. Strip ball does a thing. It's just a push, but the ball is loose. And more importantly, the ball is on the ground, just surrounded by players from both teams.
And that was actually the thing I was just thinking of is I'm kind of surprised, well maybe Cap doesn't know the kind of anti-leap cage. Just because he was kind of baiting it out. As soon as you get more up the field, of course the Wood Elves are going to do that.
It is really brutal to play Wood Elves without any sure hands. Because, oh my. So, pain. Oh, that was, yep, that was a, I think that was what Cap was talking about there. He picked both down on his Witch Elf that did not have block. I think thinking she did. And
Oh, and the Apo!
yeah, and then it's a KO, and I think that was a reflex Apo. Which I would not have done, actually, but
There's some value in Apoing KO rolls just because you're not guaranteed to get them back.
yep. There's certainly value. I think the danger is in a league format, it can really, doing it this early in the game means you're really hoping that none of your other players get injured, because now you have no protection for them.
So this is going to be a 4+ pickup.
Yep. I think you still take it every day.
Oh, 100% you do it. Oh, and it's Elf things. Okay.
Yep. So this is exactly what the Wood Elves wanted. Oh no. As we see GFI fail.
And that's a touchdown.
Yep. That's bad. And I think at this point, Cap may be a little bit tilted.
Yeah, as much as I enjoy Cap, we were both in the same college division. Uh, he does tend to get a tad tilted if it goes away.
Yeah, it's one of the most
Oh,
important skills to learn, I think, and something that I know I still struggle with is not letting your mistakes get to you in the middle of the game. Um,
yeah.
Sometimes,
In which I think that was auto pathing getting that red die.
yeah.
But continue.
But God knows, enough times I have made mistakes, and then it just kind of cascades into really bad positions. Sometimes the dice bail you out after your mistake, and sometimes they don't. But the important thing is you just have to make sure that once you're like through the initial moment of, oh geez, I can't believe I did that, you just gotta like shake it off and focus on the best play given your new situation.
100%. And I think that's what separates the best Blood Bowl players from the rest of us.
Yeah,
Is they can make a mistake and they can just move on.
absolutely. As yeah, we see now the Wood Elves are in complete control of this half, which is best possible scenario for him.
I don't understand why you're trying to base with against a Mighty Blow piece. Apparently just to bait out the Dub Skull. Okay.
Apparently, but so far AV7 has been holding pretty strong though, and AV8 has not really. They've got equal removals, which if you're the Wood Elves, you're perfectly happy with that.
Yeah. And you're a bit tilted if you're the Dark Elves just because you're supposed to have the better armor. In theory, with Mighty Blow, you should be able to get more removals than what you've got.
Yeah, definitely. As we do see, he's just making absolutely sure nobody's gonna stop him from scoring here, as Absent-Minded knocks the only potential threat on the ball to the deck. And yeah, if you're Cap at this point, you're just going for damage.
Yeah, 100%. And looking at it, I'm just thinking back to that turn one where Cap just went for the tree. I think that just kind of snowballed more than it should have, just because you're down by one player. You eventually equalize it up again, and then you're down by another player.
Yep.
It's just the KOs after that getting expelled that kind of ruined you on this drive.
Yeah, it's going for the tree is, because it's armor 10, it's not even something you can easily foul off the pitch. You do have to commit 4 or 5 players to it, and that means that there's 4 or 5 less players to take field position, hit things, base up, generally be annoying, because they're stuck on a tree. So generally what you want to do is, if you have a loner, leave the loner on the tree and let the tree just hit the loner. And then, oh. Fine. Sorry about that. Blizzard updater decided it wanted to, it really needed to tell me to update now.
Okay.
So that'll be a little goofy on stream in a second, but I think
So
we're a little,
KO got up a piece.
Yep. And I think we're a little desynced, so when I get to the kickoff here, I'll pause and just tell me when you get to the kickoff.
It's just to the kickoff, got it.
So generally though, Wood Elves, if you're 1-0 and it's your drive in the second half, you are completely in control of the game. Like,
Yeah, I don't really foresee a scenario where he could really lose it at this point in time.
I just got to the kickoff, by the way. Did you?
No, not yet.
Okay. I'm sitting on the quick snap screen, which, by the way,
Okay.
was quick snap.
Oh, spoiler alert! Come
I
on.
know, right?
All right, I was there.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1,
Yep.
unpause.
So that kick has potential to be either really good or really bad against most teams, but because of the way that he's set up, there's just one player near there. If it goes out of bounds, he's just gonna throw it to one of his players.
Yep. Nope. Lands neatly behind the Wood Elf.
Ooh, take root.
Immediately.
You can't reroll that.
No. But fortunately, because the tree has grab, he can at least keep a player around, at least until the elf dodges out on a 2+.
So plenty of 1 and 9s this turn.
And that's why block and wrestle
Scoring
are
threat.
two of the most important skills you can take. Just minimizing that turnover risk. As it looks like he wants to score fast.
I think at this point you're already up 1-0. If you get up 2-0, you're pretty much guaranteed to win.
Yeah. I think there's kind of two ways you can play this, and both of them are good as Wood Elves. You can attempt to stall as long as possible, because the less time you give the Dark Elves to score, once you do finally score, you're up 2 touchdowns. They have to do it twice to catch you. We do see a reroll on the dodge. He does get out.
Does that tree have Prinzel Tell or something?
No, right? I think it's just Cap has angered Nuffle and is rolling more than his share of ones. Ooh. As
Yeah.
his blitz on the ball, which was speculative, but I don't hate it. Because it was probably the best shot he was going to get on the ball. But it ends horrifically with falling down into a KO.
At least it wasn't a death. Just looking on the bright side of things, guys.
It's true. Ooh, I don't like this from Absinthe Minded.
He has sidestep. He's fine.
Oh, that's true. He does have sidestep. I like this better. I just saw the flashes of Tetsuya in the finals.
Oh, yeah.
Getting pushed out by Wood Elf stupid dodges.
And leap, and then uphill red die.
Oh yeah. What's up, MJP?
So, also, only sideline cage if you have a sidestep, please, guys.
Yep.
Or if they can't reach.
Or honestly, you probably shouldn't even sideline cage in those positions, but you're in a slightly better position when you have sidestep.
Yeah. And he's going for a dive on the ball. I don't know if he knows that sidestep is there. Or if it's just his best shot to get a hit off.
Might just be a shot to get the hit off. He does have Agi 5, so it's not like it's completely out of the question that he could dive in here. Oh. But once again, these ones. Another snake. Oh. Fortunately, he's not punished, but imagine if that had been a stat bust. And he had burned his Appo earlier on a KO.
Yeah.
Those are the type of things that keep me up at night as an orc coach, because orc pieces don't develop as fast as elves do.
No, and that's one thing that I'm really intrigued by because I heard it on Andy Dabo's stream. It's just like theoretically, bash teams are more reliable, but you can throw in a brand new elf and pretty much get the same production as one that was more experienced. But those bash teams, you need a lot of development.
Yeah, it's the reason why bash teams tend to get re-rolled is they lose enough key positionals, and then they end up in a developed
another
league
snake.
with rookies. Yep, as we saw the snake there.